Hi everyone, in this video, I will introduce the hidden Christian sites in the Nagasaki region in Japan, a UNESCO World Heritage Site. It is unique in the sense that it conveys a testimony of the hidden Christians who secretly transmitted their faith during a time where Christianity was prohibited for more than 2 centuries, from the 17th to the 19th century. I will share our itinerary when we visit here during Christmas 2022 and introduce a bit of the sites. I hope this video will inspire your interest to visit and help you plan your trip. A bit about the historical background. Christianity arrived in Japan in 1549 with the Jesuit missionary. Since the Nagasaki region was Japan's gateway for exchanges, missionaries were active in their evangelizing activities. The new faith won many converts, including some federal laws. Christian communities became firmly established in the Nagasaki region and spread nationwide. At its peak, up to 500,000 people in Nagasaki identified as Christian. In 1637, Japan banned Christianity. The official suppression of Christian practices lasted over 2 centuries. After the last missionary within Japan had been martyred in 1644, the remaining Japanese Christians could only maintain their faith and communities in secret. Many such communities disintegrate rapidly due to large-scale crackdowns on the remaining Christians, forcing them to neither renounce their Christian faith or be tortured or killed. Hidden Christian communities disappeared in Japan, except for the Nagasaki region. They nurtured their unique religious system and continued to practice their faith secretly while coexisting with the conventional society and its religions. After the official lifting of prohibition in 1873, missionary activities was renewed. Around 20,000 Japanese Christians reappeared and came out of hiding after 2 centuries. The hidden Christian communities rejoined the Catholic Church. They built churches in their villages, which visually marked the end of the cultural tradition nurtured during the ban on Christianity. Because of its history with hidden Christians, around 4% of Nagasaki's population is registered as Christian. In comparison, only 1% of Japan's population is registered as Christian. The hidden Christian sites in the Nagasaki region consist of 12 components, including 10 villages, remains of the Hara Castle, and a cathedral, dating from the 17th to the 19th centuries. These components are located in remote areas, including peninsulas and small islands. In the sense of trip planning, due to our limited travel time, it's challenging to plan a route that can visit most sites. As shown on the map, we researched and designed our itinerary to best suit our schedule and preference. Along the route, we also visited places relevant to Japan's hidden Christian and Christianity. In the following, I will share the transportation method of our route and the places we visited. Our route can be segmented into 5 parts by their geographical proximity. The 5 parts are Kami-Goto, Fukue Island, Hisaka Island and Naru Island, Nagasaki City, and Amakusa City. For most of the sites, we travel by driving and taking a ferry. For Part 3, since the places are more remote and have few transport options, we joined a local tour to visit them. we embark on our journey. Part 1, Kami-Goto. First, we picked up our rental car in Nagasaki City and drove to Nagasaki Port. From there, we took a ferry to Naru Port in Kami-Goto. 51 churches in the Goto Islands scatter around a broad range. Churches we visited include Kashiragashima Church. It is a component of the World Heritage Site. This sandstone church is a rare site in Japan. Sandstone was cut by Christians who returned to the island to live after persecution ended. Oso Church. Its unique features include a bell tower with an octagonal dome and 2 different brick colors. Doinoura Church. It has a museum that collects valuable items carefully inherited by hidden Christians. Nakanoura Church. It has a tall bell tower, which is rare for a wooden church. Aosagaura Church. From 1899, this became the central church of Kami-Goto. We took a ferry from Naru Port to Fukue Port and began part 2 of our journey on Fukue Island. On Fukue Island, we visited the following churches. Dozaki Church. Soon after the ban on Christianity was lifted, missionaries were sent to Goto to participate in the revival of the local Christian community. The first Christmas Mass on the land was held on the beach in Dozaki, and the first church in Goto was built here. The church is now a museum displaying items relating to the history of Christianity in Goto. Kusuhara Church. There are Kusuhara prison ruins and a monument where Christians in Kusuhara were imprisoned and cruelly tortured. Mizunoura Church. On Christmas Day, December 25, 1868, a government official raided the hidden Christians of Mizunoura while they were praying at the house. They were arrested and imprisoned. After the ban on Christianity was removed, the locals built their first church here. For Part 3, Hisaka Island and Naru Island, we joined a local tour organized by the Goto Tourism Center. This tour departs and returns to Fukue Port and covers all transportation between the sites, including taxi, ferry, and water taxi. The Egami village on Naru Island and the villages on Hisaka Island are components of the World Heritage Site. We visited Egami Church on Naru Island. 4 hidden Christian families escaped the persecution and settled near the coast, away from the pre-existing villages on the land. This allowed them to practice their faith in secret. After the ban on Christianity was lifted, the locals constructed a simple church out of wood. The church has a blend of Japanese architectural design with Western architectural style, which suits the local climate and culture. We visited the former Gorin Church on Hisaka Island. It is a rare combination of Japanese and Western construction, with an outer appearance of a traditional Japanese house and an interior in Western style. Royal Osako Martyrs Memorial Cathedral on Hisaka Island. Hidden Christians on Hisaka Island were captured at this place and brutally tortured because they expressed their faith in Christianity. About 200 people were forced into a narrow prison of about 12 tatami mats, with 17 people per tatami mat. They could not lie down and had to go to the toilet on the spot. They endured this unimaginably disastrous situation for 8 months. As many as 42 people lost their lives. This persecution led to strong protests from Western countries, finally ending the country's long ban on Christianity. The current church was built on the site of this martyrdom to honor the martyrs. The names of the imprisoned Christians are engraved on the tower foundation of faith. We took a ferry from Fukue port to Nagasaki port and began part 4, Nagasaki City. We visited the 26th Martyrs Museum and Monument. It was built on the hill where the 26 martyrs died. The 26 martyrs consisted of 20 native Japanese Christians and 6 foreign priests. They were arrested for preaching Christianity. Hung up on 26 crosses with chains and ropes, the Christians were lanced to death in front of a large crowd, which might serve as a deterrent to Nagasaki's sizable Christian population. The museum's collection includes important historical articles, artworks, and items from Japan and Europe. The exhibits include examples of Fukue. During the suppression of Christianity, every year, Nagasaki residents were forced to go through a ritual of stepping on bronze images of Jesus Christ and Virgin Mary to prove they were not Christians. Also, it exhibits statues of Virgin Mary in the guise of Buddhist deities to which the hidden Christians prayed. Then we visited Oura Cathedral, a component of the World Heritage Site. It is said to be the oldest Christian church in Japan, and it was where the miraculous event, discovery of hidden Christians, took place. In 1854, Japan reopened to the Western world. In 1863, ministries landed in Nagasaki to build a church for the Westerners who started to live in Nagasaki. Christianity was still prohibited for Japanese people, and it was commonly believed that no Japanese Christians remained after 2 centuries of suppression. Shortly after the completion of the cathedral, hidden Christians visited the church and revealed their secret faith. The Japanese Christian community persisted despite more than 200 years of isolation. This dramatic encounter between the hidden Christians and the missionaries for the first time in 2 centuries came to be called the discovery of hidden Christians, and it is remembered worldwide as a miracle in religious history. Then we drove to the Amakusa region, part 5 of our journey. We visited Sakitsu Village, a component of the World Heritage Site. It entails a unique culture of using substitute objects, such as praying through abalone shells, by deeming the pattern inside as Virgin Mary. We also visited Amakusa Shiro Museum. It exhibits the Shimabara Rebellion, Japan's most significant civil conflict during the Edo period. An alliance of about 37,000 people, mostly Christians, led by Amakusa Shiro, rebelled due to discontent over the policies of raised taxes and prohibition of Christianity. Following the suppression of the rebellion, almost all rebels were executed. Japan's policies of national seclusion and persecution of Christianity were tightened. This marks the end of our visit. I will conclude this video with some travel tips. Rent a smaller car. The route is quite hilly. It consists of narrow roads with sharp turns. Prepare a translation app if you are unfamiliar with Japanese, and jot down location names and keywords in Japanese. Only the Japanese language is available in many sites, hotels, and transportation. Be flexible. Check the latest tour and transportation schedule at the local ticket counters and tourist information centers. Public transportations are infrequent, and the schedules depend on weather conditions. Observe local customs and culture. Remove shoes and hats when entering the churches. Keep quiet. No photography inside the churches, and no touching of the items inside the churches. Hope this video will inspire your interest to visit and help you plan your trip to Japan's hidden Christian sites in the Nagasaki region. May the testimony of the hidden Christians speak to the world forever about love, about Christ. Thanks for watching.